Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to look at referencing. So this is the first video about referencing. There's going to be 2 videos in total. And first of all, let's look at what referencing means. What is this? Why is this important? So that's the question. What is referencing? So I have a quote here. Referencing is a standard method of acknowledging the sources of information you have consulted in preparing your written assessment work. So, and then we have FESS 2019. So, in essence, this is a reference here. This is a quote, and this is a reference. The reference really tells us where we got this piece of information. So, if you're writing an assignment or an assessment for a course, for an academic course, you have to credit the sources of the information that you get. So, you're not just writing your own opinion. You have to look at different areas, different sources of information, and bring them together to write about the topic that you're asked to write about. But anytime that you use any source of information, you have to credit it, you have to reference it. And this is what we're doing today. So let's look at why reference. Why are we referencing? There are many reasons for it, but we're going to look at 3 here. Number 1. It shows you have read widely. So again, just as we said, it's if you're writing an academic assignment, it's not about just you giving your opinion. You have to look at all of the different perspectives on the topic and get the opinions of experts, really, because that's what matters. And so having different references and different quotes in your work shows you have read about the topic widely, and that's important. 2, possibly the most important reason. It avoids plagiarism. Plagiarism is an important topic, word and idea here, especially in academic writing. Plagiarism is using someone else's ideas as your own and not giving them credit. So it's something that we could all do very easily. We can go to the internet, copy and paste, put it into our essay or our assignment or a report and pretend that it's our information. So this is what we're trying to avoid. That's plagiarism. So if you get any information from any other source, you have to credit the information. And 3, it allows the reader to follow up the information you've given. So if you have found some interesting information or interesting perspective, the person who's reading your work can then follow it up and look more deeply into the area. So there are 2 elements to referencing. We're going to look at number 1 today, but let's look at what the 2 are very briefly. So number 1 is citations. So mentioning in the text the information source every time you quote it. So today we're going to look at in-text referencing. Now we have an example here. A return to employment signals improved self-esteem and confidence in an individual. We've got speech marks, quotation marks, and then the reference here. This is in the text as you're writing your assignment. The second form of referencing is a reference list or bibliography at the end of your assignment. This is when you finish. It's just a list of the works and the books and the websites that you've used. So it's a list really at the end. We're not going to look at that today. That's the topic of another video in the future. So let's look at this number 1, citations in the text. There are 3 types. First one is quotes. Referencing is important to show you have read widely. This is a direct quote from somebody called Murphy from a book published in 2014 on page 45. The book title will be in the reference list at the end, so you don't have to put the title in the text. What you do have to do is credit the author, give the date of publication or the year of publication and the page number. That's if it's a direct quote. And don't forget the quotation marks. They're important. So that's simple enough. You need 3 things. Author name, year of publication, page number. Number 2 is paraphrasing. So paraphrasing really means taking what someone else said and putting it more or less in your own words. So you're not quoting exactly, you don't need quotation marks. You can use an expression like according to. According to is a useful expression to use. Here you just need the date of publication because you have the name, according to Murphy. And because you're not quoting, you don't need the page number. According to Murphy, referencing is important so as to show you have read a lot. These are not Murphy's words, these are yours, but you're using Murphy's idea. So that's 2. Number 3, summarizing. Referencing is essential for a number of reasons. One important one is that it shows you have read a lot. So this is what you write. You're not using Murphy's words, but you're using Murphy's idea. And so you give Murphy credit. You always have to mention the name of the author. That's the important thing. And the date of publication, when they said it. So it's similar to paraphrasing, but it's not exactly the same because in paraphrasing you say according to the author, or you give the name of the author. Here you're just giving the information. You're not saying in the text who wrote it, so you have to put it in brackets. And that's it. So let's just revise very quickly. Referencing. Number 1, quotes. The exact words that an author uses. Put them in quotation marks. Author name, year of publication, page number. Paraphrasing. Often you can use according to. Give the year of publication. 3, summarizing. You give the information, you don't mention the name of the author, but then you put the name of the author in brackets with the year of publication. And of course in the reference list at the end of your assignment, there'll be more information about all of these works and books and websites that you've used. And that's our video for today. So thanks for watching.